Hi everyone, today we are going to talk about order of operations with real numbers. Remember, real numbers include natural, wholes, integers, rational and irrational numbers. Remember, if you want to work with order of operations, we can use PEMDAS, which means parentheses, exponents, multiplications, divisions, additions, and subtractions. Remember, in the parentheses, we can use the grouping symbols, or it's a brackets, curly braces, and parentheses. Exponents, remember the exponents, it's how many times do you need to repeat the base, or how many times you need to multiply the base. Multiplications and divisions, you are going to solve multiplications and divisions always from left to right. It doesn't matter if first we have the division and then we have the multiplication, we have to solve first the division. Why? Because the division is in the left part. But if in other cases you have first the multiplication and then the division, you're going to solve first the multiplication. The same happen with additions and subtraction. I'm going to explain this topic with two examples. As you can see here, we have the example one. In this case, we have the grouping symbols because we have parentheses, we have the curly braces, and we have another parenthesis. First, we are going to work with the curly braces, or it's a with the fractions. So we are going to solve, and we're going to have like this. Remember, with this one, we use the happy face. It's a 3 times 1, 3, 4 times 1, 4, and 4 times 3 give us 12. Then we can solve this one at the same time, negative 2 plus 1, which is negative 1. And 1 over 5, we copy in the same place. Now, in the second one, when you solve 3 plus 4, give us 7 over 12. Then we copy the rest of the numbers. And then we're going to have this one. Why do we get negative 7 over 12? Because we multiply 7 times negative 1 give us negative 7 and 12 over 12. Remember, in this one, this negative 1 you can write over 1 if you want, and you're going to have negative 7 times negative 1 give us negative 7 and 12 times 1 give us 12. Then you multiply by 1 over 5. Remember the 1 over 5 you copy because it's the outside. Now we multiply negative 7 times 1, negative 7. 12 times 5 give us 60 and we copy the negative sign. Remember, if you want to convert a whole number or an integer number as a rational number, we add 1 down. Now in the second example, we have the same grouping symbols, but in this case we have a long exercise. And as you can see, we have negative 3 plus, and inside the parentheses we have 0.20 plus 3.45 plus 1 over 4 minus, and inside this one we have this operation 2.2 minus 1.6, and then we copy plus 1 over 5. First, we are going to add these two, or it's the curly braces, and we are going to take out when we have the answer, and we get 3.65 plus 1 over 4 minus, and we copy this one, or you can solve in this step, but we are going to solve in the next step. As you can see here, we have negative 3 plus 3.65 plus 1 over 4 minus 0.6, because 2.2 minus 1.6 is 0.6. Positive 0.6 times the negative means negative 0.6. Then we copy 1 over 5 outside. Then in this case, I convert this 1 over 4 as a decimal, which is 0.25. And then we need to add 3.65 plus 0.25 minus 0.6. Remember, in this case, it's first the addition, so you are going to work from left to right. You cannot add negative 3 plus this one because first you need to work with a parenthesis, remember PEMDAS. Then when you solve this operation inside the parenthesis, which is 3.65 plus 0.25 minus 0.6, we get 3.3. But be careful, we cannot solve this addition because we have this multiplication. Remember, when we have a parenthesis and another number without symbol between them means multiplication. So we are going to solve first the multiplication 3.3 times 1.5. And we're going to have like this. But first, as you can see, we have 0.2. Why? Because I'm working with decimals. So this 1.5 I'm going to convert like 0.2. How? Dividing 1 over 5. Then we multiply 3.3 times 0.2 and we get 0.66. And we copy the sign plus and we eliminate the parentheses. And finally, we get this value. Remember, this is negative, this is positive. So negative 3 is greater than 0.66, and the symbol for 3 is negative. So we are going to have negative 2.34. And remember to use pandas. We have to reduce first the grouping symbols in this case. Now, I'm going to give you some examples in real life in where can you apply the order of operation. For example, examples in real life, we have when you go to shopping. When you go to shopping and buy clothes or things that you want to use, we buy many things, so we need to add all these prices. Or for example, when you go to the grocery shopping, we buy many things and you have to add all these prices. So in that case, we use the order of operations in real life. Now we have another cases like, for example, when you have to when you have to bake in a cake, you have to use like part of the ingredients. For example, if you use 1 cup of sugar, 2 eggs, one and 1/2, and this one, remember, it's rational numbers. Remember, the mixed numbers are rational numbers, so we can use it in real life. Now, for example, when you travel and you have to measure the distance between one place to other, and you have to count how many kilometers did you spend from one place to another one, or how many hours did you spend from one place to other one, you can use the order of operations. For example, if you travel to Valle de Angeles to Tegucigalpa 3 times a week, and every time it's like 45 minutes, so you can multiply the 45 minutes times the 3 times that you travel to Valle de Angeles. But if you want to add another travel like from Valle de Angeles to Santa Lucia, you can add 3 times 45, which is the minutes that you spend traveling to Valle de Angeles, plus 1 hour or 65 seconds, 65 minutes to Santa Lucia. So you can add this one and you're going to use real life and order of operations.